What up, y'all? Tap in, tap in. You tuning into the Real N-Word Growth and Development Show. I'm your host with the most, your boy Dub. I'm known as Goombaya in other parts of the world, man. Tap in, y'all. I want to kick it with y'all for a minute, man. You know what I mean? As y'all come in the building, you know, I know you got manners. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and share this to someone that you think might benefit from this other than yourself. You know what I mean? Hit that bell notification so you know when I'm releasing any type of videos, whether it's shorts or whatever. Anyway, enough of the small talk. We're gonna get right into it. And today I want to kick it to y'all about like this, man. Some of y'all don't have real friendships. Some of y'all don't be having these bonds like y'all talking about. You be having a bond, but the bond you be having is the trauma bond. Huh? What's that? Some of y'all out here be having trauma bonds, and y'all confusing that with real genuine bonds or some type of friendship or whatever. You know what I mean? This is going for women and as well as men, you know? Y'all be having trauma bonds, whether it's with your peoples, whether it's with some family members. That's what it be, man. And you're like, yo, what's trauma bonds? To sum it up with the trauma bonds could be sort of like what gaslighting is. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know what gaslighting is. It's like you'll see something go down and you'll experience something, you be feeling something, and they be trying to make you feel like you crazy for thinking that way. Trying to make you be like, nah, you got it all wrong. When you see it and you know that is, nah, B, that's foul. Or nah, you doing some crazy stuff and I see it. They'll try to make you feel like you crazy. A lot of women do that in these relationships and whatnot when they be, you know, men and women, they do that when they be trying to break up or you catch them out there messing around or whatever. They be like, no, I ain't messing around, knowing that you done seen stuff you needed to see. But it be like that in relationships, like regular friendships, some parents, it goes down, man. They'll make you think that you are crazy for thinking or feeling the way you feel. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes it can feel like the Stockholm Syndrome, where the Stockholm Syndrome is where you connect with your abuser, where you just can't get away from your abuser. That's why some people who get kidnapped and whatnot, and they be with them for a minute, next thing you know, they be trying to like look out for the kidnapper. You know what I mean? It's like what be happening with some domestic violence and all that, where they knowing that it's wrong, but somehow when they leave, they feel guilty that they leave and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? It's all in those lines, all in amongst those lines right here, those trauma bonds. You know? You sitting up here and you know it ain't good for you. You know this person ain't good for you. You know that you done caught it several times. But for some reason, you can't get yourself together and walk away from the situation and leave that, whatever it is, just totally alone. And you know why? Because that's the abuse part of it. You know, it's trauma bonds for a reason. You be bonded in, where in your brain, you get so used to the pattern that your brain start to look for it. Your brain start to crave that. So even when you do step away and try to get around people and stuff like that, that loves you for you, somehow you wind up being right back around people that are causing the trauma in your life. It's because your brain done got so used to that dopamine effect, because it's go up and down. It's a high and a low. Like when it comes to abuse, right? The cycle usually goes like this. It's the tension. The tension starts, right? Then after the tension, like you be feeling it, you know? Then the incident happens. Huh? Then after the incident comes the reconciliation. The I'm sorry's and this and that and so forth and the third. Right? Then after that comes the calm period where everything seems to just get relaxed and settle out. Right? But that reconciliation part be the part that makes you question, was it that bad? Or it makes you forget how you really was feeling when you was actually going through that. And you will question the whole situation, the whole event, everything that led up to it. You'll be like, man, it wasn't that bad. Oh, man. You know what I mean? You start lying to yourself, making you think that that person or person really love you like that, and you was just tripping. You know what I mean? That's what happened during that reconciliation phase. In the calm phase, you be like, you know, everything is calm and whatnot. And another thing with the reconciliation phase, and this is where the dopamine kicks in that in your brain, is because they start the love and they start apologizing for whatever they did, and all of that stuff hits you up and you start to really feel good. And that dopamine, it's that rush. And you be like, yeah, man, feeling all good about the situation. Yeah, these are my peoples, man. This and this and that. Oh, man, it wasn't even all that bad. And you start forgiving, and then the cycle starts all over again. Huh? Stop me when I'm lying. That's those trauma bonds. So when you out here and you understand what I'm saying, you got to start evaluating and trust and believe. It ain't something you could just walk away from. If you need to go and seek help, if you need to go and talk, if you're a religious person, or if you know, a member of a church, you want to go talk to your pastor, or if you want to go and take a couple of dollars out your pocket and go and get yourself some therapy and talk to somebody, do that. Because I recommend people going to talk to somebody that you don't know, you know what I'm saying, more than talking to somebody you do know, and now they know your business. Huh? Now they know your business. So if anything crack off with them, they know everything you've been telling them, some of your deepest stuff that you just want to get off, and you want to hear a professional opinion about it. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to tell people your business. You can just go to therapy. That's why people go to therapy, so you don't have to tell people your business. Stop me when I'm lying. It ain't because you cuckoo or nothing like that. It's actually a smart thing to do, because people will always try to keep a one-up on you. You know what I mean? And you never know who it be, bro. It be that person, that close person that you think you could tell anything to, mess around, have that ace in the hole on you. Huh? Stop me when I'm lying. But to just bring this up, man, because a lot of people go through this. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, because for all you younger dudes and younger chicks that's y'all watching this channel, that's a big thing, man. And to people of my age and older, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They don't talk about this enough, but a lot of people are suffering and still have they self trapped in a lot of these trauma bonds. And they don't know what it is because nobody's talking about it so they can recognize it. Huh? So do yourself a favor and start reevaluating your life, reevaluate the relationships that you have. You know what I'm saying? So you know you're not up here facilitating that type of behavior. You know what I'm saying? You don't got that around you like that. And it's hard, and you got to give yourself, you really got to give yourself time to grieve. Because when you walk away from something that you've been dealing with for so long, whatever type of relationship that is, whether it's a lover's relationship, whether it's a friendship that you know that it's like, yo, man, I know I'm not bugging. You not. You not. But all them times you stay away and you think you trying to make a move and you like, nah, I'm just not going to deal with it no more. And then you find yourself creeping back and you find yourself missing it or missing the people and stuff like that. That's totally natural, yo. That's what happens. But you got to give yourself time to grieve. Just like anything else, you got to give yourself time to grieve. And you want to make sure everybody's still doing good or whatever. Just because you had trauma bonds with the people, that doesn't mean you want to see anybody dead or hurt or whatever like that. But you just know that thing is like any abuse. You can't stay where you was broken at. You can't fix you where you became broken at. Huh? Stop me when I'm lying. You just can't. You know what I mean? So a lot of times, those lonely times, you know what I mean? You be like, yo, man, that's natural, man. It's going to go down like that. You know what I mean? It's just like a person who smoked crack. When they stayed away from it, they realized sometimes they be having the urge to go over there and smoke some crack. Let me go around my old, smoke something. They don't, because they know the effects. You know what I'm saying? They know the effects by just indulging in it again. You know? So do yourself a favor and reevaluate all your relationships that you're dealing with. Definitely, when it's time for you, when you on this journey to move on and to better yourself, you know what I mean? All of this plays a part. Huh? Stop me when I'm lying. You know what I mean? So guys, that's my video for today, man. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? Go to the playlist. Anybody who's new to this page or whatever, go to the playlist, man. There's probably some joints you might like on there, huh? There's probably some joints you might like. And like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Trust me, ain't no bill gonna come in the mail because you liked it. Ain't no bill gonna come because you subscribed it or whatever. You know, it's good for the algorithm. You know, like I said, a lot of topics that I be wanting to tap on touch to, man, and get my little 2 cents to. Can't really find it on the joint like that. You know what I mean? Enough of the gossip, man. Word. We trying to kick it. We trying to get understanding, man. For real, yo. You know? But until next time, my friends. Salute. Your boy.